I'm not starting the AI companion. It can go fuck itself.
Hey, hey now.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
Nothing.
It can go fuck itself.
Hey,
Oh
hey,
yeah,
we
there.
just started streaming. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
what a way to start a show.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Well, that's fucking great.
Yeah. Anybody else have any comments before we start?
I just want to acknowledge there are no grandchildren in the room right now.
There are none. No,
No,
that
no,
is true.
Why
they're
am
in
I not
charge.
seeing
They
it
know
on
what to do.
Facebook? Shouldn't it be on Facebook by now?
Volume up a little bit so I can
Oh,
hear.
I'm not even checking. Let me check.
It's on LinkedIn now.
Is it?
Is it
Let me
really?
see.
Wow, LinkedIn
Is it?
really.
It's on LinkedIn, huh?
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't see X coming up. I didn't
And
get a notification, which I normally do.
I don't see it on
It's
Facebook
live.
either.
It's live on Facebook.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
What
was
what
talking
did you
about
go
us.
to in order to see it live on
I
Facebook?
actually
What?
I just opened it up and there it was.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody,
So it looks like
eh,
we're streaming live on Facebook
right? Please
X.
give me
But
a
Steve,
count in.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me direct here. Okay. We're
There, it's Facebook. Yeah, there it is.
we're
I see it.
we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, X, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Hello, everybody. We're about to start the Gillmor gang. Mute is off. I get you ready here. Okay. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and
Hi, Steve Gilmore here. This is the Gilmore Gang. Welcome from the state of the British Isles is Frank Radis. Welcome, Frank.
Steve, gangsters. Hi. Hope you all are well. It's been a while. Let me give you some more headroom there in that shot. That's me. Did you get enough for that? That's good enough.
hello. All right. Yes, we did.
All right. I need to go find us on these social media.
Okay, whatever. Just don't narrate it, please.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second. I'm going to go to, let me see here, first of all.
Yeah. Okay.
Very funny.
Where's my mute button? Okay. Uh, a guy who actually is from the British Isles is Keith Tier.
Wait a minute. I'm actually from the British Isles. I am a British
You're
citizen.
coming to us from the British Isles.
But I'm a British citizen.
Uh,
So I better not say that. I better not say that.
Frank, it's obvious to all of us that you are a colonizing immigrant.
with a passport. Although I am worried, I'm coming to New York next week, and I'm hoping I don't have my American passport taken away.
And that reference was from a speech this week by Sir Jim Ratcliffe, one of the owners of Manchester United, who described the UK as being full of colonizing immigrants.
Yeah, which, by the way, Spain is having a lot of luck with.
Hey,
which Marco Rubio.
Guess what? I'm going to mute everybody if you don't let me introduce so we can get on with the show. It's going to be a short show, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all about the transcript. So Keith, you've said something, I hope.
I did say something.
Did it fit into like a 5-second window?
Come on, let's go. It's fine.
I think she got it. I think she got it, but just in case, Weetabix, my favorite breakfast cereal. It can be yours as well at your nearest Safeway.
Weetabix?
Weetabix.
What is that? How do you spell that?
Weetabix.
So is this a British cereal?
Frank will tell us that.
Yes, it is. It's not unlike what are those things that are kind of shaped like that and they're all intertwined, and what is that called in America? It's like big checks. Huh?
Cheerios?
No, never. It's like
it wasn't worth trying.
It's like Wheaties. No, it's not like Wheaties. It's like, never mind.
Okay.
It's like Chex, only big.
It's
only
brown.
Bigger.
It's brown, and when you put milk on it, it goes to this mushy texture, and you put sugar on it unless you're gross.
Sounds like the Republican Party. So from the state of confusion,
Really, I
there it
am
is.
at
There it
this point.
is. That's better than the kids' table, though, right?
Brent Leary.
It's
Hi.
Mr. Brent Larry.
Hello. Nice to see y'all again.
What do you think
And
of that Super Bowl?
I enjoyed your show with what was the other guy's name? Brent Leary. Brent Leary and you.
Brent Leary and
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Oh, he changed his name here finally.
Oh, he
Paul Greenberg and Brent Leary have been doing this CRM Players since the early 50s, and it has gotten fantastic.
Yeah, that's why you don't have me on anymore. I've been on once in like the last decade.
We would love to have you on. Are you kidding me?
I don't know what I have to offer.
They'd rather have you on than me.
We don't want to be past your bedtime. That's all.
No,
What are
you
you
know
gonna-
what? For you, I would stay up. I don't know what we talk about, but I would stay up.
Oh, I can think of a few things.
He would
What are
say
you going to
that.
rename
Yeah.
the show when there is no more CRM, Brent?
Okay, that was
We'll get
Keith
into
is
that.
coming
That
out
was-
the gate.
that's the first reference that
Pretty
is
shot.
good. We will not be returning to that conversation unless I decide.
Oh.
Okay, yeah,
Well, it is called the Gillmor Gang for a reason here. So.
Thank you.
Beyond
There's two
Tina.
Gillmores here.
That's it. Beyond just Tina.
That's why it's called the Gilmore Gang. That's why you're called the Gilmore
All
Gang.
right. So
Where'd you get that name from?
get out of here.
Thank you. Let's see. To my extreme left, as opposed to Keith, who's on my extreme right,
Everyone's
is
different. It's all
Is that a political statement?
Yes,
Everything
it is.
extreme.
yes. I did not realize that Keith was a hardcore right-wing radical when I invited him on the show. I don't think he was at that point, but he is now.
No.
No, he's shaking his head.
Labels, labels, labels.
Yeah, see, deflection, deflection, deflection. Okay, is Tina Chase Gilmore, I think.
How are you? Glad to be here. I missed everybody.
Yeah, that's the main reason for doing a gang is community spirit.
That's what she said.
As long as it doesn't smell like Teen Spirit.
Oh God.
All right, so
Man.
That was kind of.
Yeah.
But you've heard of them, but not the Beatles. Is that right?
I like the Beatles.
oh
So you've heard of them.
uh-oh. I
Nice.
screwed up.
It's always confusing when you hear yourself
Love, love me do,
or hear Keith sing.
'cause you know I love you.
Me too.
I am having such a difficult time here trying not to narrate the problem I'm having putting
Little phone problem.
reposting X.
What's
Who
going
is
on
it
here?
that's got that sound?
Yeah, there's an echo.
It's me, and it's going over here now in the ocean.
Mm.
I pushed the silent button. It was not silencing.
Hey, so what is there to talk about, guys? I don't think there's much to talk about. Bad
So-
Bunny, we can talk about Bad
Welcome
Bunny.
to the Radis Gang. Go ahead, Frank.
Bad Bunny, what did we think?
Ooh,
I think he's
liked
great.
it. I thought it was really good.
I
You know what?
thought I thought it was just heartwarming and beautiful and an amazing production.
The production was great.
It was
But it was
the way
so
it
un-American.
started
It was
how
so
started
un-American.
with video.
Yeah,
and then that was
wait a minute.
beautiful.
Madonna, the Paul
Gaga.
McCartney, not American.
What?
How many non-Americans have done the Super Bowl halftime shows? I saw a list that was like 5 or 6 at least. Granted, they all did their shows in English, but it didn't matter. The show was so good. But you know what? He is American. Paul McCartney is not American.
Mm.
Oh, but that's just not true.
And let's.
What do you mean that's not true? Of course it's
He
true.
lives in
But
on
he's-
Long
but-
Island about 90% of the time.
It doesn't matter because he wasn't born in America, as was the
No,
bunny.
so now we're talking about what is the name of the thing that Trump's trying to curtail?
Birthright citizenship.
Birthright citizenship. Yeah. Oh, good. Let's talk about that right after we talk about
Excuse me,
AI.
What I
Uh,
slow
Let's
down.
not.
Slow down.
Maybe.
So another thing about this whole, oh, it was all in Spanish, and isn't that awful? Like, whatever. Um, the point there is that there is a significant amount of America that speaks Spanish. Good. Like, let's get on with that. Let's embrace it. Why are we like denigrating this person for
No, we
well,
aren't denigrating it.
No,
no, we
actually,
are
we all
not,
like it.
but
It's
why do
the
people
right wing that's
he's
denigrating.
being
Damn
denigrated
right.
because he's so different to Bruce Springsteen. That's
Yeah, but
if you get right down to the core of it,
But you know
the
what?
main accusation is you're not Bruce Springsteen.
but
As
that's not an accusation. That's a fact.
It
as
is.
different as he is from Bruce Springsteen, he's very much like Bruce Springsteen in that he can bring a culture and a feeling to the forefront very easily. He's there, people are with him. I mean,
The guy is charismatic as hell. I didn't know what the
Yeah,
hell he
he,
was
he's
saying.
a, he
Well,
is a
he's funny,
superstar.
which
Absolutely.
he wins big time
Yeah,
because he's
he is.
funny.
It
He
wasn't
was
just he was
on Saturday
funny.
Night Live about a month ago.
Hilarious.
The
He
guy
was
was
so good.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's beyond being hilarious. The guy, he owned that whole 12 minutes. You
No,
couldn't
he
He
was.
take
did.
your you couldn't take your eyes off the guy, and I don't know
Well,
what the hell
the
he was
camera
saying.
couldn't, pan. I mean, I don't know if that's an attribute or not, but I
Look,
think he did a great job.
Oh,
That
he's
was the
super.
question.
The guy is super talented. Spanish sounds beautiful to music, although
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you gone and looked at his lyrics. They're pretty.
I have no idea what he was saying.
It's mainly about things we can't talk about on this show. Very explicit and very, very,
That's
very
the only thing we
sexist.
can talk about on this show.
Not
That's the one.
unlike Kid Rock.
Next one.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
I mean, he basically the lyrics I've seen, and I don't know if they're valid, but people have been posting them, and maybe these are songs that he didn't do on the show, but they're not exactly things you can show your mum. And so it sounds beautiful, and it's even more beautiful if you don't know what it means. If you know what it means, it can be, it can go
well,
close to the edge.
I mean, we've had plenty of Super Bowl halftime performances of people who they have racy lyrics and stuff like that. You know,
Janet Jackson.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that's just a sign of the time.
wardrobe malfunctions.
That too.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was a malfunction, but
But
No, that was definitely not a malfunction.
staged.
Yeah,
But
it
the
did what it
whole
was supposed to do.
the Trump reaction is worth examining separately.
Yeah, maybe on a different show.
Well, up to you. It's your show, not mine.
Good point. So go on.
I don't know if you guys heard Marco Rubio's speech from this morning in the Munich Security Conference.
I think it was yesterday.
Pretty
yesterday.
level-headed.
I saw it this morning, but actually, there's a complete correlation between that speech and the Trump or MAGA reaction to Bad Bunny, which is this whole elevation of not denying the cultural superiority of the West, which is their main message. It's that the West is culturally not just equal, but superior, that brought us the Enlightenment, civilization, democracy, the Beatles, and that all these attempts to make other cultures equal or sometimes better are misplaced niceness. That's their core message. And then they link that to migration, which Rubio did in his speech. So there is this complete counterculture within MAGA that uses events like this to deepen a kind of you could call it white supremacist, but it's also Western superiority versus other, in quotes, less civilized cultures. And it is a deep narrative that they successfully get into the minds of people.
Mm.
I would
Yeah,
argue that
I
America
don't
is
agree with that.
becoming that. I would argue that America is becoming exactly what you're talking about.
I think that this is a perfect example of the right capturing the conversation, and it's our fault for letting them do it.
That's
Well,
that's
Well, that's
the interesting
fair.
thing is what's the right counter? Because obviously you don't want to
The
deny
right
that.
counter is ignoring it, not taking the bait, talking about what you want to talk about, and in general, not talking about all these media uh, sacred cows or
Well, I mean, there's something to be said for
call
just countering it with, well, that's horse shit, and move on.
exactly.
But but the media is never going to do that. Media wants a story, and if they don't have something lined up for the next day, they're gonna
Yeah,
they're gonna
but their
look at what they did
ratings,
yesterday, and they're gonna twist it a little bit and
the
do it
media
again.
ratings are collapsing.
Media, well, what's media?
It's anything that anybody can
TV right
do,
now.
and right now, the false argument is that podcasts are somehow in the race for media integrity, which is also ridiculous.
Well, I mean, this goes back. I mean, kind of harkens back to your brother's
Well,
citizen
don't blame
journalism.
me. He's just my brother.
You
Um,
know something? It's interesting that you bring that up because I've been reading an awful lot of stuff that sort of looks at what Evan Shapiro's been writing from people who make a lot of sense when they say, "I don't care what you say, YouTube is not TV." And there are ways to look at it where it does generate giant numbers. It doesn't generate huge advertising revenue. It's not. It isn't broadcasting yet, and it isn't really long form. In some cases, it is, but for the most part, it still isn't. There is an argument to be made that it is not TV. And so, what does that say? Does that say that TV is still the dominant form of communication? I think it does.
Brent, what do you think?
I think in the US, most people watch YouTube on their TVs now more than they watch it on their phones.
But I
I,
mean,
I
are
think
you
that's
talking
fair.
about sports? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm saying people there. I think it was the YouTube 20th anniversary. The CEO put out this document or this file PDF that talked about what YouTube has done over the last 20 years. And one of the things is people actually don't just watch YouTube on their phones. The majority of the time they watch YouTube, it's literally on their TV sets now.
mm,
I think you're 100% right about that, Brent. But I still look at it and say, um, uh, how do you make that one-to-one comparison? Watching it on television, it's not getting those television ratings. It's getting the internet ratings, which
Yeah,
are
but television's not
arguably
getting
really.
those ratings either.
Frank,
Let me finish. Arguably, the internet ratings are probably multitudes higher than the television ratings.
Well,
But
you're arguing against what I think, not for it.
uh,
That was
well,
that was a sudden recognition by Steve that he wasn't agreeing with him.
oh, okay.
What a
Frank,
way to put it.
You saw my reaction.
Frank, I
Well,
also
I mean, I disagree with the notion that accounting. It's like the stock market versus the real economy.
But the
You know,
Dow.
they're related. They're
The
related, but they have absolutely nothing to do with each other.
There
It's
you
just
go. That's
it's
the
just a
that's the
way
point.
of talking about creating a system of rating that can be that a job can hang off of.
So
That's
what I find myself doing is I turn on YouTube TV in the morning for Morning Joe or whatever else I'm watching, and a little bit of Squawk Box on CNBC. And within about 10 minutes, I'm bored. And I changed to YouTube itself because the algorithm is now so good at serving me stuff that I'm actually interested in, that it's better than YouTube TV at serving my interests.
But I
So
think
I do.
that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you know, it's like AI, trying to convince you that they're your friend.
It is self-fulfilling, but it works because
Yeah.
I
For
don't
you,
mind
Well,
spending the time on it
not
because
for
I'm
me.
interested in it.
that's you know what
Not
it
interested.
is. Yeah, I feel the same way in some respects because I will watch YouTube TV and immediately go to Midas Touch Network, for example, and
Mm.
scroll through the various Midas Touch stories,
I
which
think
are
that is
exactly what
such crap, that show.
Uh,
What? A Midas
I
Touch?
like. You know, look, I also like the Young Turks, which, by the way, is a
I,
YouTube TV channel.
Yeah, they
well,
have
that's
their own
cool.
channel.
I don't know anything about them.
They're very good and really
Not in the
smart.
middle of this conversation.
No, but the thing about YouTube is we all have a different YouTube based on the algorithm having looked at what we do.
Yeah.
Like I bet you in Brent's, there's a splattering of the Rams that come
You
through
think?
it.
Just a
Like
little
mine
splash.
has Manchester United in it, but it also has AI stuff and it also has all these random stuff I watch just for amusement about people building houses in Italy and things like that.
I get a
Um,
lot of cats. A lot of cats.
Mm.
yeah.
Okay, go on.
So,
Yeah.
so YouTube, ultimately, YouTube is serving the individual probably better than anything, which means TV, as in the content of TV, can't compete.
There's my current YouTube homepage. So it's full the only open claw guide you'll ever need. Michael Jordan, something that they have completely put up there that I have no interest in. The Hunt for Red October. There should be some print stuff eventually somewhere around
I
here.
was just going to say, where's the print stuff?
No, this is kind of they're a little off on the print stuff, but there's usually some print stuff around here. But you're right, Keith. It's like yeah, I watched the Pac-Man. I'm surprised there's not any Midas Touch stuff in there either.
I just saw Pac-Man there. I like that guy.
Yeah,
I like that.
a little MS now with Lawrence, only Lawrence because I don't watch any other stuff. But it's personalized based on what I've watched and what I've how much time I've watched it, what I've commented on. Uh, so this is way better than YouTube TV.
So let me ask you the question then. Do we think that YouTube is TV?
I think it is. The CEO of YouTube actually said he said exactly YouTube is TV now.
Okay, so
The-
Tina, what you say? What you wanted to? Could you say what you were trying to say?
what I wanted to ask Frank is broadcast TV, is it does it still hold any weight? Does broadcast, I guess it's the word broadcast. Does broadcast mean anything anymore?
Sure, it does. Look at how many people watched the Super Bowl and saw that halftime show on television. Look at how many people are watching the Olympics on television. Granted, a lot of people are going and saying, I want to see that broad jump again. Broad jump. I want to see that ski jump again. So I'll go to YouTube and I'll look at that clip. But who's watching that stuff? And it does. And I think I said this maybe 3 years ago when I said broadcasting is all about live events and sports. That's where broadcasting is going. I think news is just shooting itself in the foot in terms of broadcast television.
Right, but
Nielsen cable.
with the comment about YouTube TV, I think it's the most important channel on the dial.
I don't argue with that. I just wonder
And
if it's
so the reason that for
Well,
me it is that it allows me to make my own decisions about the quality and integrity of the broadcasting.
yeah, but you can do that on broadcasting too. You can
No, you
say I
can't.
don't like
No, you can't.
MSNBC, so I'm going to watch
The
Fox.
old style. There is no TV guide. There is no channel map. It's completely useless on television in general these days. The peak TV model has destroyed the relationship between channels and programs.
Well, see,
And
now that's why AI is going to be really important in terms of discovery on all platforms. If everything feeds through your television because it's the biggest screen in your house, the best way to find something is going to be with AI, and it'll probably use some kind of algorithm that will look like what goes on YouTube and take you to YouTube stuff.
Mhm.
So
I
think
think.
I
right.
think
You know, I think also that, when we're talking about news, aside from like being in a newsroom and broadcasting from a newsroom, when we've got like man on the street kind of stuff, that's something that literally anybody with a cell phone can do now that
Look at
you could not do
this is
way
that
back when, right?
experience right
Like we
here.
can go out if there's an accident on the side of the road and I stop and I'm filming and I'm sending it to some platform. I'm I'm acting as a a news broadcaster. There again is the word, but so it kind of occurs to me that because we as just normal people can do some of that uh, production, it sort of challenges the traditional newsrooms in a way, because we have the facility to do that now.
what I would do is I would, maybe controversial, I would say that broadcast and streaming, you may as well consider the same thing now. They're just answering the question, how do you get this content? You either broadcast it or you stream it. Now, if you stream it on YouTube TV, Steve's right. The experience is much more under your control, and you get to organize the screen into quadrants or whatever you want to do, and choose which thing goes in which area. So streaming but if you go back to, well, who's the source of this content, then on broadcast it's NBC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC, and BBC, and so on. On streaming, it can be the same. So when you get
The
down to
same
the
as
next
what?
level, which is where YouTube comes in, which is what are people actually interested in? I think more and more people are interested in streams from non-traditional sources.
I disagree completely. I don't think that the all the power law stuff that we heard from the internet 10, 15, 20 years ago uh, has not shifted into an economic model of any kind.
Well, that
Well,
might be
that's part.
true. That might be
That's the argument about it not being TV. There is an economic model that
well,
generates tremendous amounts of revenue.
but Frank, there is and Steve, there is a holistic economic model, as in YouTube or Substack or any of these aggregations of non-traditional sources. They are making money. What is also true is that very few of the actual individuals are making money. Although I did see this guy on YouTube last week disclosed his full revenue, and this guy does a tech review channel on new stuff. He was doing over 100 million a year. Just that
Damn.
one guy.
Who
And
was
there's
that?
Darman. Darman is one of those people. I
Oh
might
my
also
God.
say is probably generating revenue not dissimilar to that, and
Can't
he's
remember the
doing
guy's
entertainment
name, Brent,
stuff.
but is the guy who put a big OLED screen into his warehouse, and he has like 50 employees, and his YouTube channel has like 1 million subscribers.
Wow, only a
And
million.
and by the way, 70% of his money is coming from selling tchotchkes,
Wow.
t-shirts and things.
Wow.
Swag is king. Yes, absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Stolen without a gun.
Where's the Gilmore Gang swag again? We've been waiting
Yeah,
forever.
I
by the
don't know.
way,
I've been negotiating with the CRM Players real-time show, but they don't want me.
We don't have any
both of
money.
the people that are
I
watching
need
our
to
show
have
right now,
maybe the what?
both
What?
of the people who are watching us right now probably want one of those cups.
Yeah, me too. I've been
Well,
wanting one
it's
for
you and me that are
25
watching
years.
this.
Well, we have one of
It's
those.
you and me that are
We
watching
have
the
one.
show.
We have one, and it's
A lot of them.
no, we have the remake. It's like the Firesign Theater Not Insane button. It's not the one that they have now, which is different colors, smaller,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
was not worn by John Lennon.
Right, right. We have
Okay,
we
we want the one that was.
we have Gilmore Gang G3 cups that are
Yeah, I mean they're great because you can flip
G3
them.
isn't still around.
What?
G3, well, G3's on sabbatical.
It sure
Hey,
is.
I was wondering what happened to G3.
Uh,
We're a break.
G1. Steve always comes back to his true love, G1.
what does that mean? I don't know.
The
What does
Gilmore
G1
Gang.
mean?
This show, the
No,
original.
Oh.
it's G2 actually. An homage. Yeah.
It's G5,
The
actually.
G squared, which was the nickname we had for George Gerdes, the late great George Gerdes.
Who's that? I don't know who that
He
is.
was a great friend of he was a musician, he was an actor, he was a great friend of
Waiter.
Wainwright. He was
It's a friend of yours.
yeah.
Okay.
And we did the same thing that we're doing now with the telephones of that generation.
Mm.
And then, of course, my house was confiscated, so I don't have the master anymore.
Okay.
That's on me.
That's matter of opinion.
Well,
I was thinking last night, Steve, about those times we used to hang out in my house, record stuff, and how that felt so new and exciting back then.
that's because it was.
You bring in a trumpet player to lay a part on top of the guitar part, and multi-track with you using a TAC 4-track cassette machine. I mean, it was just some wacky stuff.
Yeah. And there's been some developments in that area with Apple's new Creator
Studio.
package. Yeah,
Right.
Studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very interesting. It even involves AI for those of us who care.
I actually started using a thing called Fender Studio, which is an app that works on anybody's computer that takes any kind of direct input device into your computer and allows you to multi-track and all of that. And then I buy these drum parts from this thing called Yurt Rock, which is absolutely unbelievably well recorded real drummers and their loops, and you just drag and drop the loops into this feed, and you start layering on top of that. It's unbelievably easy.
Wow.
And it's really cool.
So one of the features,
it's called Fender Studio.
Fender Studio, yeah. And Yurt Rock is drum loops.
Fender Studio is built on top of PreSonus, which is a well-known software.
So go and look at Yurt Rock drum loops and see some of the great drummers and bass players that are
I would check out Tina has a business with our daughter and her husband, and they've been using some of these kind of AI enhanced suites to do some really interesting things across the boundary between so-called meat space and technology. There's one thing that's it's Keith's favorite machine, OpenAI, has an app. I believe it's an app. It's definitely an API because it's being used, among others, by I forget who, to double or triple the number of pixels to basically boost the quality of a video capture to 4K essentially. And you take that and you move it across the to the meat space, and all of a sudden you've got swag. So these things
AI,
are starting
once
to come
again,
together. Yeah.
AI, nothing wrong.
I don't know about you, especially you, Brent, but I have sold all my audio and video hardware except for cameras now, like multi-switching and things like that, because the
Hmm.
software has got so good that I can't, and I don't do any in-studio filming where I need a switcher, like a live studio. So everything I use is software now,
Wow.
which kind of goes
Yeah,
against the soft.
the only hardware that I'm using now is a direct input box. That is it. And I used to have multi-track mixers sitting on one side, and then I would have and the keyboard, of course. So it's just this one box that goes into the computer. Everything else is done with software. I agree. It's just
So
amazing what's
one of
happening.
the features in Creative Studio or whatever Apple calls it is this ability to it's not real time, but it doesn't really matter. The ability to sniff a recording and like a MP3 or whatever, and then derive the chords from that section, which you then can drag and drop onto these player modules that
In Logic Pro.
Logic Pro, thank you, is making available. So it's kind of like GarageBand goes pro.
So
Which
I
is
Going on.
historically
That's what Logic Pro is. Yeah.
I paid for the full version of Final Cut and Logic Pro. So together that's like $400 or $500.
That's a professional setup.
But because of that, despite that, I actually subscribe to Creative Studio because they've got all these extra things that you don't get if you're a long-term owner. And it's like $13 a month. And I'm thinking
Yes.
that's like low enough that I don't care.
Oh, if you don't care, just give me the 13 and I'll use it and I'll put you on our family plan so that
Plus you get
You're
you
right,
get
Keith. You're absolutely right. There was this time where you had to have the high end editing suite or the high end audio suite. You had to combine the two of them and make it work with your camera and with your musical instruments and with your brain. You had to go and search for stuff on and manually and bring it in and port it in and start to manipulate it, and that cost a lot of money. You don't need to do that anymore. Exactly what's going on with the software. It's just simplified. And now with AI and that software, you run a risk though. And the risk is that it will go and sample a piece of music or a piece of video that you don't own and that you'll use, which you might then get caught feeding out there into the world. And I think that eventually is going to be a risk that everyone is going to see. Look what happened to the Melania movie. I mean, there was one piece of music in the Melania movie that pretty much shut that movie down for a couple of days until they replaced it.
what a shame.
It was just the one that came to mind. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying,
I was very happy to see that, by the way.
I
Not the
mean,
movie, the piece of music getting caught. That tickled me.
well, I think that, there's no percentage in sampling anything but a friend's work because, there's a whole industry there that doesn't have anything else to do except sue people. And you don't
Well,
want to.
there's a whole industry there that's out there listening for that stuff. That's BMI and ASCAP, and
Yeah.
they're still doing that.
Mm.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, friends come in many shapes and colors.
By the way, Steve, the folks over at Midas just dropped a new video Trump panics as Midas drops video of Dark Past. So you might
Of what?
of Dark Past. So you might want to go.
See,
is
I love
Dark
that
Path?
kind of stuff.
What is Dark Path?
You got to watch the video to find out.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what it's funny.
that
My
means
wife gets
I will
these.
continue to be missing that. I don't like.
My
I think that he is. I think that they're very strong on graphics and sort of tapping the energy of the tools that Frank and all of you have been talking about. But I think that they have zero credibility in terms of their political responsibilities. I'd prefer to watch Fox TV, which says a lot, than to
See, now
watch
you're making my
my.
point there, Steve. That
I
that
hope
it,
so.
and I was going back to what Tina was saying earlier. Everyone is a journalist as long as you've got a phone. My thought, which I was when you were saying that, Tina, I was going to say something and I held back because I knew it would just blow up in my face, and that is that
Okay, I'm waiting.
yes, you can do that, but I would prefer to have a professional, someone who knows how to ask the right questions, asking them, even if they're holding the phone and shooting it. I would prefer to have somebody that
Yeah.
knows how to do the kind of interview that will elicit the answers that you will want to hear, as opposed
I
to uh, that's just me.
I would too. I would too, but I think that I think that some of the traditional media is kind of failing a little bit in those respects. So it's like maybe it's not as important. I don't know. I
But you
don't
know
know.
what though?
How do
Look,
I
if
feel
you
about
think
that?
about look what happened to CBS when they did the story on that the El Salvadorian prison. And they had gotten it all the way through standards and practices and all their lawyers and everybody, and then it had been looked at, and 5 or 6 times it had been gone over and over and over again. And then the new head of the company, Barry Weiss, killed the story.
Mm,
Why did she kill the story? Because she was being pressured by the White House, who basically is backing her. Now, I will say, much to their and that was done by professionals, but the story still didn't air at the time. It had been marketed. It did, I think, 2 or 3 weeks later, some version of it did air, but it certainly didn't get the kind of it didn't make as much noise as it made not airing, which I thought was interesting.
mm.
By the
I don't
way,
know what that means or has.
that Midas Touch video that was dropped 3 hours ago already has over 400,000 views. Just to throw that out there too.
Well, I feel like
You
I've
know,
spent a lot of time on that.
they
I
they
know,
they have they
but I'm
write
The
good headlines.
ROI of not watching it is
They,
through off the charts.
I think the
they
point
write
though
good
is
headlines.
that I think the point is though, it's strictly purely YouTube. That's not YouTube TV. Purely a YouTube channel. And they have over I think they're approaching 6 million subscribers. But it's not just the number of subscribers, it's whatever they put out, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views within a day or so.
It
That
when
means
that
something.
translates to votes, I'll pay attention.
I think
But
it does. I
right
don't know
now,
how
no.
many. I would say it has to do
I,
something with
I
votes.
agree. I
why
think it
would you say
does.
that?
251.
Why would
Because
you say it doesn't?
a certain small percentage of that subscriber base and the people watching the videos, the hundreds of thousands of views, it might just be a small fraction, but it's going to be some part of that audience is going to do something.
Mm.
Well, that may be true, but you know, to me, the sweet spot is, the Costco effect, and I don't see that yet. I think you're right; it will get there, but by the time it gets there, there are going to be so many YouTube analysts that
There are a lot of them out there.
there won't be any work.
Yeah, there are a lot of
But you
them
know
out
what?
there. You're right.
There is no argument that Fox helped the right in all of the prior elections. There is no argument that happened. That's a fact.
Just to pick up on the no work thing, did you notice Logic Pro, in the one that's in Creator Studio, now has a concept called session musician, and you can add a session
It's had
musician.
had that for, 5 years.
Has it?
Yeah, but they've expanded it using AI as a template for adding specific niche
Yeah,
features.
yeah.
Yeah, I think this is also a political um, attack on Adobe while they're down.
Yeah,
And I
Adobe's,
think,
yeah, they're the
and I
biggest
think
losers
it's
so far.
largely going to be effective. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been paying
Is
for,
Adobe in trouble?
Yeah.
well, they're not in
Why
trouble.
why use it? Why use it?
Not doing
It's
well.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
more
also
the
with
business
their
model though. It's more of the business model. It's more of the subscription stuff.
Too
That's
Yeah,
what's really
expensive.
but
under
that's
pressure.
well, but that's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
In one case, we have a subscription model, uh, that Apple is uh, experimenting with. The percentage of revenue coming through services at Apple is continues to double every 4 months or so. So
But
that is
it
a successful model. And then Adobe, it's like, I've been spending what? Keith, what is it, 40 a month or something like that for a
Premiere
couple of
Pro.
features, which are now at least
that's some apples to oranges because the Apple makes its money on selling devices. They're the money that they're spending on
we
dabbling with the
we've talked about this
subscriptions.
in the past, though, the amount of services and the monetization of those services that Apple is cross-selling is becoming a substantial part of their revenue.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like 100% of Adobe's revenue. It may be 5, 10% of Apple's revenue. It's a pittance. And that's why they're able to do it. Like, the whole Apple TV thing. They create their own shows, but it costs them a fraction because they make 20 billion every quarter in profit. So they can do these little
and
things.
and that's one of the reasons why YouTube has said publicly that they will not be a studio.
Hmm.
That YouTube itself won't be a studio because it costs too much money to create that content and then put it out there.
well,
It's going to stay with the model that it's
This
got right
YouTube
notion
now.
of user-generated content, I think, is completely bogus.
YouTube went through a time where they were creating a few studios and having people.
And then they decided to
Didn't
stop
work.
doing that.
Yeah.
No.
Why would YouTube spend give all this money to professional content creators when it's the user generated? I know you kind of poo-poo it, but it's not just the user generated content. It's the user generated uh, appeal of the opportunity for them to create their own little studio and channel and make some money off it. That's really what's going on. It's not the user
Yeah.
generated content. It's the user generated dream of becoming their
Yeah,
own
it's
channel.
Yes.
user-generated. Good point. It's user-generated studios is what this
Yes,
is.
and
That's it. That's it.
that's what Darman is exactly what that guy has done, and he's in the hundreds of millions of dollars
But
of revenue generation of
I
high
still don't know
quality
what
production.
Mr.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, I don't know what he looks like. There was a picture of Mark Benioff and somebody, and I have
That's
suspect
Mr. Beast.
that's Mr. Beast. Okay,
That's why
I
I
still
said
don't
it
know
to
what he
you.
looks like. It's some guy next to Mark
He's
Benioff.
got a nice smile.
We need to do a little more YouTubing.
No, not
That's,
me.
he's like
Do it in
he's the
your.
answer. That's what's going on.
You'll
YouTube's
make
gonna.
money.
You
I'm not.
can watch YouTube and see a full length feature film. There's
I just
plenty of
looking.
movies.
I'm just looking for votes for Democratic.
11,000.
Yeah,
11,700
exactly.
votes.
Can we find 11,000 million votes where I can just go into a Costco and check off the donate? They ask you at the register, do you want to round up? Yeah, I want to round up to the Democrats.
But what about the Dow?
What about it?
Yeah.
The Dow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean,
We
we're
wanna talk
we're
about
all
Bondi?
billionaires here, but
We
Jesus.
talk about Bondi.
No, and we're not talking about Bondi.
But the
Oh
but
my God.
the Dow is been driven by different things actually in the first part of this year. So the Magnificent Seven
They
are
haven't
mainly
been that-
down.
Yeah, they haven't been that magnificent lately.
So it's basically energy stocks and infrastructure stuff.
The
that-
AI pick and shovel companies, like
yeah.
Yeah. So what is the percentage? I know that's a really small number of people who actually own stocks. I think the number is really
I
something
thought
like
it was up to
it's
40%, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that's right. It's way up. The average
Is
I think it was.
stockholder, citizen stockholders used to be about 2%. And now I think it's like what I just heard.
40%, I think, is the last I heard.
Yeah.
That sounds.
Just
There's some,
checking.
It does sound really high.
well, there's
62% of
It's
US
up to
adults.
62? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's changed a lot in the last 2 years.
It really has.
Wow.
Yeah.
And-
Back at the time when Trump was talking to those the military guys on that base and telling them about stocks, and everyone had this look on their face like, "What the heck is he talking about?"
If you earn
Yeah.
if you earn 75K or more, it's 80%. If you earn 30K or less, it's only 24%.
But so,
Wow.
what do you think's why has that changed? Is it just easier for people to buy stocks these days?
Yeah.
Um,
Robin Hood, E-Trade, Schwab.
Yeah.
phone and
Yeah.
it's
you
the
don't
only
need
way
to stop
the only way
brokers
civilians can get in.
establish a relationship with someone and get all serious. You just, oh, I want to buy a little bit of this, and I can just do it.
E-Trade. I even use E-Trade.
Yeah.
I have my stock portfolios all hooked up with my banking, but I use E-Trade because I every once in a while want to stick my finger into some stock that I probably wouldn't be advised to buy, and then find it go like tanking, and then they'll go, "See, I told you not to buy that."
Anytime you have the instinct to stick your finger into something you wouldn't buy,
I don't
resist.
like that.
No, it's something that they wouldn't suggest that I buy. I still want to buy it. There's this one. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not
Okay,
gonna get
so
into
we're gonna cut this one short because I want to be able to transcribe it on Gemini without them cutting me off at an hour.
Mm.
Um,
Well, we didn't start to. Okay, well, we can do the round. Oh, what are you watching?
that's what I was going to say.
What you're watching? Because we need something.
Lincoln Lawyer
The-
season 4.
Yeah, that was good.
fabulous, really good, really
What?
good, and
What?
starting. It's really good. And
I
starting,
don't know what it
Lincoln,
is. You
Lincoln
were
Lincoln
talking-
Lawyer, Lincoln
Oh, yeah.
Lawyer.
It's
Yeah.
the
Now-
remnants of Bosch, is what that
It's
is.
so good, and the other one I'm waiting for, which starts tomorrow, is this fourth season of Dark Winds, which is really
Is that
good.
science fiction?
No. It's a
Horror?
it's a police procedural on the American Indian
Oh, yeah,
reservation.
yeah.
It's really good, and
Oh, what
so I'm
channel?
watching that. I'm not sure what it's on there.
I watched the
I don't know
first
what.
season and I gave up on it.
Did you? It's really good. I recommend it highly. Also,
All right, so
I'm
other
watching-
names. Other
What's Brent watching?
So-
the new season of Cross is on Amazon.
yeah, I
Really
kind of
good.
enjoyed that, the first one.
Yeah. It's good. The
Well,
second season's
I-
really good.
There's no TV guide, however, so you have to I think
What is Cross? I haven't come
it's
across that one.
Alex
James
Cross.
Patterson.
Yeah.
Black,
James
uh,
Patterson.
detective.
Yeah, Alex Cross.
It's
There's
really
another
funny that I listen to a lot of the James Patterson novels on Audible, and the early ones were all the Cross readers were white guys, which I thought was really hilarious.
Hmm.
But now
Another-
they've switched over finally.
Another one on Amazon. I actually binge watched it. It was so good. It was called Steel, Steal.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah. But unfortunately now we have hundreds of hours to fill and no content.
So there's a honestly, you're gonna laugh if you've seen any of it. There's a show called Everwood, which has been on. It's like was made in 2002 and it lasted until like 2006. It's kind of sappy, but it's really an easy watch, and I've enjoyed it. The Olympics have been really good, and coming to the theater near you in a couple of days is Hail Mary, which if you didn't read the book or you haven't heard about this movie, I'm telling you, it is going to be a giant hit. It's the new movie with Ryan Gosling, and it's going to be a huge movie.
Well,
Mark
he's
my
funny.
words.
He's a very funny guy.
He takes a very serious subject in this case. And by the way, Steve, it's science fiction.
The
Oh,
only
and
Well, that's your fault.
and the new season of Starfleet Academy is really good. It's really good.
Yeah, that's over there in the Disney section where I don't go.
I did watch Marty Supreme on Friday night with Jenny.
But where
It's
is it?
good.
It's on Apple TV.
Yeah, it's
But
good.
where?
It's a movie. You have to buy it.
Ah,
We gotta buy it, Steve.
Yeah,
Like
it's
buy it.
very
well,
good.
Like, so wait,
fixed income is a whole other world.
It's extremely good acting by everyone. It's really good.
Yeah, you wouldn't have. I mean, it's funny. We started watching. I kept telling my wife it was Timothy Chalamet, and she goes, "You mean that guy who was in that chocolate movie?" I went, "Yes, yes,"
What
but he was
movie?
also in Dune, and he's a really good actor.
He
hey,
was
He
in the
played
Dylan movie.
Dylan,
you
and the
know,
Dylan movie.
you're
I
trying
also
to
watched. Did you watch Nuremberg yet?
Not so
No, that's
far,
that's
no.
on my list.
It's actually really well
It
done.
doesn't turn out well.
you got to be getting close to this hour limit. You got to
Yeah.
be really close.
all right,
Hey.
we gotta do it. All right, here we go.
I mean, what have you got to do?
Come on,
Brent,
I'll admit.
football's over. What do you?
Yeah, but
I
I get calls about how do I do this in Gemini, and I always say if you keep it short, you should be okay. Okay.
Well, that's true. We found that out.
Yeah. So I'm just
We were
saying.
trying to
Steve, now we're at the limit.
transcribe look. It's simple. You cut it into two pieces. It's not a problem.
Well,
I just
yeah,
want it to be a little shorter,
I see.
a show.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I
Good
have
show, guys.
and I have the granola version if you need it.
The granola.
No, thanks. Just don't transcribe it yourself,
I won't.
or we'll send the copyright police after you.
Mm.
And on that
Okay.
note,
Okay.
Thank you all very much.
Thanks to everybody who showed up, and especially those who didn't this week. I saw CRM Playas with former gang member Dennis Pombriant. He was excellent. Esteban Kolsky, who is excellent, at least in his own mind. And
I like him. I like
oh,
Esteban.
he's fantastic. And the two of them together, they've got a really good thing. When Paul really retires, he should, bring in those two as a, dangling duo.
2 for 1.
don't think that's a good show name.
I think just call it
Dangling duo.
I think the name you've got to give that show is Remnants.
Wow.
To say. When are you
I got to go back. I'm
responsible
gonna go
for
finish
Come on,
watching
Dennis.
this episode. I'm gonna
Me
finish watching this episode of Supergirl.
Oh yeah, that. And who is the star of Supergirl?
I had no clue, so I'm blind.
Exactly my point.
And on that
All
note,
right. Thanks,
Oh God,
everyone.
I'm gonna get letters for that. I know from all the 2 people who are watching, somebody's gonna send me a note.
You guys got to shut up. Steve's trying to close the show here.
No, I already
Okay.
closed it.
Not yet.
All right.
Bye.
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 Thank
Ciao,
you
man.
all.
And stop record.
I don't know, Tina.
Oh wait, what do I usually do?
all right, I'm leaving.
You turn off the stream.
I turn off the stream first. That's right.